Welcome to Fretz RV. My name is Mark Phillips, and today we have a very special treat for you. We finally got our Opus 15s in. We ended up receiving 2 of them, and I want to do a brief walk around. And I have one open and one closed so you can see what they look like in the traveling mode. A little over 21 feet, about 5,000 pounds, a little under that. You still have the ability to bring another 1,600 pounds on board with you. Kayaks, bikes, whatever you want. But let me start at the front, and I'm going to show you what makes an Opus and what they're noted for. It's more of an overland camper. You have the hitching up front that is 100% articulating. The hitch comes with it, and it can spin, go up and down, and go left and right. Suspension on here is fully independent, has a trail arm, 14 inches of clearance. Fully independent, which means there is no axle going across to get hung up on stumps, rocks as you're trying to get down to the lake, or hey, you want to go hunting, you got the boys with you. Those logging roads, they're on an angle. Sometimes there's a tree down. This will be able to traverse right over it with no damage at all. There's also a parking brake up front, so when you disconnect, you still want to use wheel chucks, which they give you for free, but you can set the emergency brake and buy yourself some time to go around and put your wheel chucks down. If you look up here, there's also levelers. So as you level this up and down, it'll let you know when you're good this way, and it'll also let you know when you're side to side good. Beefy, beefy, beefy. Up front here, you have a rock guard, and there's a spot for 2 20-pound propane tanks. Plenty of hot water, plenty of heat for you, and plenty of cooking. There's also 2 other spots for jerry cans in which you can bring gasoline if you're bringing your dirt bikes out or 4-wheelers, or you can use them for water. But I wanted to show you what this was like in the down position so you can see the overall. This will fit into a normal car garage, so you can keep it out of the weather when not in use. It has 4-point leveling jacks, and they are articulating. So right now I have this one in the down position, because not all the terrain is exactly the same where you're going. I can have it pointed out, or I can have it in the back position right here. You find the right position for the terrain that you're on. You're going to notice you have a gigantic Garrard awning. That is a manual one, and I'm going to show you how that works on the one that I have set up. But the real cool thing is, look at the size of these tires. Sipes all over them. They're mud. They're made to handle any kind of terrain. We saw people driving these across creeks. You have so much ground clearance, not an issue, get right across. In the back, they're going to give you 2 spare tires because they are a single axle. Hey, if you hit a rock with one and bust it up, you got another one right here and another one right here. This is also where you would store your sewer hose. This does have a black holding tank. It's not a cassette toilet. So you will need a dump site when you are leaving for your gray and your black. There's also 2 onboard fresh water tanks, and they're going to label them as front and rear. This is the rear one. They are key locks, and nobody can put anything in there except you. This is your 30 amp service. If you were going to plug this into a generator or shore power, that's where you would do it. It comes with that cord. And then this is going to be your front holding tank. Right under here is where you drain your sewer and your toilet, and there is your black. So that is it with it down. Another quick overview on these windows. These are all acrylic, double pane, insulated windows. They can articulate out, or you can just have them cracked in a locked position too. Turn on your fan, it creates an exorbitant amount of air movement. There are 12 windows on this, 6 on the bottom, 6 up top. I think I opened up 1 or 2 of them on here just to show you how light you can make it inside. And now I'm going to show you the one that is fully open. This is the rod that's given to you for your Garrard awning. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to work. And that has an LED light right underneath of it. This will go out 8 feet. I'm not going to put it out all the way right yet, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to put in and out. Turn it the other way, in it goes, and it is in an enclosed case, so you don't have to worry about branches or travel things hitting it. They are top of the line. You can store this wherever in your storage compartment and whatnot. Now, another thing that makes Opus just awesome, they're all about outside, being outside, inside to sleep. grilling. Hey, where do I bring my coolers? Watch this. This will come down, 2 little tabs. There's a motion light in here as well. This is your refrigerator, freezer, CFX. You can turn this on and off from here or inside. You can operate these independently or simultaneously. You can have one side being a refrigerator, the other side being a freezer, or the whole thing can be a freezer. Take the pick. And everything slides right back in. Right now we're running on 12 volt, but they actually give you the cord for 110 if you wanted to. Check this out. This is where you do all your cooking. This is just awesome. This will flip up. You're going to actually have a 4-burner grill. These are your wing guards so it doesn't put it out. Electronic ignition, all cast iron. Another prep area that comes out the side here. And then this is a light. So if you get back from a long day of hunting or biking or hiking or kayaking, turn your light on, you can see what you're doing. This will come up. This is your little rack. You can put your spices while you're cooking. Hot and cold water is right here. And this is your quick connect for your propane. They call this a pantry, but what they did for delivery, this is where they're putting your wheel chocks. This is that articulating hitch that goes on the front that they give you. Your 30 amp power cord. They even give you a water hose. They actually give you a reducer from 30 amp down to 110 if you wanted to plug it in at your house and charge one of the 3 AGM batteries that it comes with. But once you find a place to keep all this, it's a great place. You can put a little tote in here with all your spices and stuff you don't use on a daily basis. You're also going to have a nice pull-out drawer here. Where does the silverware go? That is right here. And then you have a beautiful another little prep area right here. You can work right here, cook right here. Fridge is right there. Right here, you can also use this to put a television on, but it actually has its own little holder out here. You can take the TV inside, slide it down here, and it will articulate around any which way you want. This is where you would plug that in right here. It has audio and video jacks and 2 more jacks for the lights. Setting this up is quite simple, and it goes out of the way. You also have a 110 right here, 2 of them. That's on a GFI. And I'm going to show you the back. You have outside speakers. There is a Bluetooth stereo inside. Hey, bring Pandora with you, Spotify, whatever you want. You can play it inside or outside. So quick overview. I did raise this up on the inside. I'll show you how I did that, but that gives you another foot and a half. For people that are actually tall, there's 2 bunks in here that you could actually be 6'4" and actually sleep in these very comfortably. In the back, there is actually a king size bed. So you're not roughing it too much. You're going to get a great night's sleep. This is the extended room that comes out. So what I did is I lowered down the spare tires. They're on assisted shock, so it's just not going to flop down on you. They're very easy to bring down. 2 little latches. This lifts up, slides out, window comes up. Good to go. Hey, let's check out the inside. So when you enter in, we're going to give it power. So underneath this bamboo door, that's where I access your power button. I can turn your fridge on and off. I can give power to your sockets. I can get your lights so they'll operate from inside, and you'll actually have your one outside. And this is where I would do your pump as well if you brought fresh water with you. There's also 2 gauges, one for the front, one for the back, to let you know when you're running low on fresh water that you brought with you. The other 2 will kind of let you know, hey, when your gray water is getting full or your toilet water is getting full. This is also your solar charger, and this is also your AM FM. This is a CD Bluetooth stereo. I turned it on earlier and it just cranks. You're gonna love it. But you'll love all these self-closing doors. These are very positive locks, meaning when you're driving down the road and going over the bumps, you don't want these sliding out. So they are a little stiff to unclick them, but once they're open, they're beautiful. Remote, this one is for the stereo. More down here. More right here. These are those 2 bunks I was telling you about. There is an upper one. There is also a little bit wider lower one. And each one of them have 2 reading lights. Some people want their head up here, feet down there, vice versa. You can turn these lights on. read your book, time to go to bed. Come on inside. This has probably the largest bathroom I've ever seen in an expandable. I'm 6'1", and I got room to move around in shoulders. It's just great. Once you're in here, this will zip closed so you don't have water coming out. You have a sink over to your right, and you have your shower over to the left. A real toilet. The fan that's right above you can exhaust air or bring in air. You get to tell it what you want it to do. This has 12 windows, so you can turn that on, and I mean, it really creates a lot of airflow. This is your table where you're going to be playing cards, having your coffee in the morning, watching a little TV. It is an L shape, and this can move any which way you want it to go. And when not in use, you can store it wherever you want. So the biggest thing with Opus, you're going to know they use all quality, top-notch materials. Everything is bamboo. It just takes a beating. This is your hanging closet. You can store whatever you would like in there, shoes, extra clothes, good positive lock, big deep drawer, pots and pans maybe. They thought of everything. Just an abundance. This TV also has a DVD player right here. So if you wanted to bring a movie or you don't have great reception or a cable where you're at, hey, watch some movies. This is your king size bed back here. Enormous. You also have a pop-up. This will come open. Again, to allow that outside air in. That also has a night out screen or just a bug screen if you wanted to keep it open. Every window has the exact same thing. If you just wanted to let a little light in, you can block it off or bring down your bug shades, pop a couple windows and have fun. You also have more reading lights right here and over here, and you can maneuver these in any which way you would like. This is your actual Truma Combi unit, and this will control your heat and your on-demand endless hot water system. So you do not have to worry about getting those 4 or 5 minute showers before you run out of water. This will actually keep it hot for as long as you want. It'll warm this up in cold climates like there's no tomorrow. Don't forget, we still have insulated double thermopane windows all around there, so it really holds the heat in. Very simple to use. There's one button. Click on if you want heat. Click on it if you want hot water, set it to the temperature that you want, and off you go. And I was telling you how we opened it up earlier. There's 2 handles at each end, and all I do is remove these 2 little safety clips, push up it goes. It's spring assisted, so it's not hard at all. Come to the other side, put that one up, and off you got it. You get picked up all this more room. This is your air conditioned unit, and what's nice about it is you can control where do you want the air to go. If I want it at this table, I can close these off. It'll blow harder here. Hey, now it's time for bed. I can close the side ones and it'll push harder to the beds, one at each end, or the bunks at the other end. These windows I was talking about up here, and again, there's 6 more of them. This will just zip open, and you got a beautiful screen to bring in outside air. We waited like 6 months for these to finally come in. They're just absolutely built like tanks. And I know you're going to love them for that outdoorsy person. So once again, this is Mark Phillips at Fretz RV. It's our 75th year in business this year. Come on down. Our direct line is 215-723-3121. Love to put your name on one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.